Alrighty, what is popping up, folks? Welcome in. This is BabyNation.com. Welcome back to another video, guys. Welcome to 2026 March Madness. The round of 32 has officially here. We are here for every single round with picks and predictions. Me and Yeller are going head to head to see who would finish with the better record. Right now, Old Yeller had a pretty outstanding and I did pretty good too. I mean, I wish I made a couple picks in the round of 32 that would want to get back, but overall we're looking pretty good so far. This so far in this round of 32. Right now Yeller does have a 2-game lead over me, but like I said, there's still plenty of time, plenty of matches to go, so that can easily change. Without further ado, guys, like I said, if you guys haven't already, make sure to hit the like, hit that subscribe button, make sure I join the Discord. Make sure you guys join our ESPN Fantasy Bracket Challenge. Really do appreciate y'all's support. And without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you guys my quick thing on the bracket and here on ESPN. And then without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. All right, everybody, like I said, before we go ahead and get started here, I was going to let you guys take a look at my bracket and see how things are going here. There is some certain matchups that I have specifically right, but there are also some matchups I think I got wrong. But overall, I think we're off to a pretty good start here in bracket wise. I mean, I had a couple picks wrong. Like I said, a couple picks I want to get right here. I'm gonna just scroll down the screen. I'm not really could talk about any individual matchup here, but those are the few matchups here. So like I said, I would like to get some picks back. I definitely I overthought about a couple of these matchups. I thought I picked BYU in this one, but I guess I didn't with you guys. This was my bracket with you guys. I guess I picked Texas to win this one, or I think I did pick I think I did take BYU, and then I forgot to say my bracket. That's probably what I did, but yeah, I made some couple picks here. So like I said, if you guys haven't already, if you guys haven't checked out our round of 64 predictions, make sure you guys hit the like, hit that subscribe. Make sure you guys go back to those previous videos. Like I said, we are here picking every single round. So there is my bracket and how it's looking currently, and then I'll show you guys this once the round of 32 is officially over. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get right into our picks. Alright, ladies and gents, so we're going to do both slates here. I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning of the video, but just in case I didn't, we're going to be doing both slates, which means we're going to be doing the Saturday slate, which is coming up in this 8-game slate. The first eight will be on Saturday, and then the next 8 will be on Sunday. And we're going to be doing both slates here on this video, so that way I don't have to do 2 different videos at once here. Anyway, first things first, we have St. Louis taking on against Michigan. St. Louis is coming off of that great win against Georgia. I thought they completely outplayed Georgia. I thought they looked like the better team in that matchup, so I'll give them a lot of credit there. And then meanwhile, looking at Michigan just blew out Howard. I mean, just put no mercy on them, beating 101 to 80. So both of these two teams coming off from practice win. I was impressed in St. Louis. I was definitely impressed how they played. I thought, like I said, I thought they outworked Georgia from start to finish, and it just looked like they were just a better team. But in this one, Michigan is favored by 12.5 in this one, and the over/under is 161.5. But yeah, like I said, I know St. Louis looked like a really good team in that first game, but I'm not gonna pick them. I can't pick them against Michigan. I'm not gonna do it. Like I said, Michigan probably should be one of the favorites in this tournament. I don't think St. Louis gets it done here. I'm gonna take Michigan here. Like I said, I'm just not expecting St. Louis to win this game, so I'll take Michigan. Yeller's taking Michigan as well. All right, so Yeller, who is up on me 2 games, I gotta hope I can gain some ground on Yeller. But Yeller, I mean, he doesn't even have 10 losses right now, and we got through the first 4 and the round of 64. So I'm kind of surprised he don't have 10 losses yet, but he's taking the Michigan. He's also taking Michigan to cover that 12.5. I agree with him there. I think that Michigan wins this game by by at least 17, something like that. So I'll take Michigan to cover as well. And yeah, we're both taking the over. Yellow's taking the over. I'll take the over. I'll take the over as well. All right, and let's see what he has to say about this. Michigan too strong offensively. St. Louis can score, but they can't keep up with 40 minutes of basketball, especially playing against this Duke team. I mean, especially against this Michigan team. I'll take Michigan to win this one and a nail biter. Okay. Actually, no. Actually, no. He just says Michigan too strong offensively. St. Louis can score, but they can't keep up for 40 minutes with Michigan. That's what he says. So, all right. That's a good comment there. As Michigan I mean, Michigan looked pretty good in that first outing too. Same thing with St. Louis. St. Louis. I thought they completely outworked Louisville in that one. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next game here. We have Louisville taking on against Michigan State. Take a look at these last two teams and what their various matchup is. Louisville ended up getting the win over South Florida. Wasn't the prettiest game. I mean, I kind of expected that one to be a close one, but give credit to Louisville. They were able to find a way to win the game. We will look at Michigan State. Michigan State just absolutely beat the shit out of North Dakota State. I mean, they look dominant. They look dominant from start to finish. So, one of those teams. I mean, they look like a 1 seed. We saw a couple of times in this tournament where 1 seed just didn't really feel like they really got the job done here. But I mean, as much as I want to pick Louisville to win this one, I'm not going to. I think Michigan's just gonna be too much for them. And this is one of those picks I want to get wrong. I really do. I want Louisville to win this game, but I'm not really gonna count on them winning this game. I'm gonna take Michigan in this one. Yeah, Yeller's taking Michigan as well. Like I said, it's kind of unfortunate because I really wanted to pick Louisville to win this game. I really wanted to, but I just couldn't do it. Spread -4.5. I mean, even if I would have took Louisville to win, I would probably take Louisville to cover that anyway. And I just think that's too low of a line. So I'm gonna take Michigan to cover that. Over under 150.5. I mean, both offenses looked pretty damn good last game. Yeller's taking the under. I'm gonna take the over. I do think Louisville can compete. I'm kind of, and I know Michigan's offense is also really good. So I'm gonna take the over in this one. Yeller has the under, but I'm gonna take the over in this one. Let's see what Yeller has to say about this. Spartans more disciplined. Louisville struggling against that physical type defenses. All right. So he's counting on the Spartans to win because of more of their physicality defense. Okay, I like that. I like that. All right, let's go and move on here. We have TCU playing against Duke here. TCU coming. Out of these two teams, I would say that TCU is definitely coming off a better performance. I mean, they beat Ohio State. I mean, like I said, it was a squeaker. It was a very good game, but they ended up beating Ohio State in round one. Meanwhile, looking at Duke almost lost to Senior, and they almost they almost trailed the whole time in the game. So I think Duke looked very suspicious last round. I didn't think they played good basketball last round. I'll say that for sure. I don't think they played good basketball. I think they need to play better, and I do think they will play better. But let me tell you something: if Duke does not play better, if these two teams go into this game, yes, I am going to take Duke to win. But if Duke comes into this game and plays like they did in that first round, they might lose this game because TCU looked pretty damn good. I think TCU looked like the better team in that first round matchup. So something to keep your eye on. But I'll take Duke to win this one. I'll play it safe, but like I said, you never know. Yeller's taking Duke as well. All right, Yeller is taking the Blue Devils as well. I wonder what he has to say about this because like I said, Duke did not really have a good performance last game. Spread this one's 11.5. That one's actually a lot harder to pick than what it actually is. But do I have Duke covering at 11.5? What's the other guy? Yeller saying yes. I want to take TCU plus 11.5. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to. I feel better about it. I'm going to take TCU plus 12.5, plus 11.5. Like it's just the main reason because just Duke just didn't look too good last game. They didn't look good. I think TCU looked like the better team. That's just kind of like sticking in my mind about that. And then over under, Yeller's taking the over, and yeah, I'm gonna take the over as well. 139.5. I don't think that's enough points. I'm expecting this one to be a close game, squeaker, so I will take the over. I think both teams can score at least 80 points in this one. Duke got too much firepower. TCU hangs early but fades in the second half. That's what Yeller says. Like I said, yeah, man, I think this is gonna be closer to what people think. Like, I think it's gonna be like a 10 under point game. Like, I can see it being that. So we'll see. I mean, it's definitely gonna be a very interesting match, especially how, like I said, Duke looked pretty suspicious last round. So we'll see how they rebound from there. Next we got Texas A&M taking on against the Houston. Texas A&M coming off of a 63-50 win over SMC. I mean, like I said, I was the upset pick. I actually got it right, so thank goodness for I picked Texas A&M to win that game. When you're looking at Houston, Houston just took the absolute, or just delivered the absolute snot pounding to Idaho. Took care of business. I think Houston's on a roll right now. I think they continue to stay on a roll. Like I said, Houston, Yellow's taking Houston, right? Okay, yeah. The Yellow's taking Houston, and we are both taking Houston to continue on the road streak. Like I said, Houston looked really good in that round one. The Houston looked like a #1 seed. They really did. I thought they played with energy. I thought their defense was fantastic against Idaho last round, and I'm kind of expecting it to pick up more in this round here. So I'll take. So we're both gonna take Houston in this one. Like I said, the way how it like it just would be shocking if they didn't win this game, you know. So we both have Houston winning. We both have Houston covering at 10.5. I think that line should be more than that. Honestly, I think that line should be at least 13.5, something like that. And then the over under is 144.5, and I'm pretty sure Yeller's taking the under. Yeller's taking the under in this one. I think I'm gonna take the over in this one. Like I said, I'm expecting. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the over. I'm expecting plenty of scoring in this one though. Houston's defense travels. Texas A&M not scoring enough to keep this one close. All right. He thinks Texas A&M's offense is going to come to a stall due to. I mean, Houston's a really good defensive team, so I can definitely be in that scenario. But like I said, I like how Houston played in that first round. Texas A&M also had a pretty good outing in that first round as well. But I just think Houston is just going to be too much for them. The firepower is ridiculous. I think they'll be on a roll here. So I'm going to take. So we're both going to take Houston to come out here and advance to the next round. All right, next up we got Texas playing against Gonzaga. I'm motivated about this game. I think this one could go either way. Right now, the Gonzaga is favored by 6.5 points, and the over under for this game is 149.5, which seems pretty low to me. So yeah, what are we thinking here? What do we got? Yeller's taking Gonzaga. Yeller's taking Gonzaga. All right, so Yeller, we'll put over there Gonzaga. Yeah, I'm gonna take Gonzaga as well. I said Texas. I mean, there was a good win. It was a good win for them against BYU last week. I mean, not last week, but last round. It was a good. I was not expecting them to beat BYU. I was definitely not expecting that. I think that has to be one of my more surprising picks of the tournament so far. Like, I did not expect BYU to lose that. And then Gonzaga, they're coming off of I mean, they look kind of shaky against Cam, but I mean, like I said, they find a way to win the game, and that's all that matters in March Madness. As long as you find different ways to win basketball games, I think that's okay. But yeah, I'm gonna take Gonzaga. I'm gonna take Gonzaga to win this game, and I do think they'll look better this time. So I am gonna take them minus the 6.5 points. Yeller is as well, and Yeller's got the over. I am taking the over as well. I think we'll see just enough offense. I think the line, but I think the total score will be close to the line. Like, I'm kind of spending like 155 points, something like that. So I'll take the slight over in this one. Let's see. Zag's offense too efficient. Texas can score but can't get enough stops to win it. Give me Gonzaga. All right. Like I said, that's what Yeller said, not me. What Yeller said. Alrighty. Both of us taking Gonzaga. Alright, next up we got VCU, the Rams, coming off of a pretty impressive performance against North Carolina. And it kind of felt like they lost that game. And then you look at that game, it's like, okay, they found a way to win it, because realistically, they should have lost this game. Like, they should have lost this game, but they did win. They found a way to win, and that was impressive. So good. That was a good win there for TCU, for the Rams. Me looking at Illinois just took care of business. They absolutely took the beating on Penn. I mean, and they beat them pretty bad too. What I think they beat them with like 30 for 35 points. So Illinois, they're going out here, they're taking care of business. They're doing what they need to do in this game. BCU looked like a pretty decent team last week. So I'm keep saying last week because the NFL last round. So who do we got? Yeah, for me, I don't think the Rams are gonna win this one. I'm gonna take Illinois in this one. Um, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this could be one of those games that I just think that this game could be closer than the way people think. But I'll take Illinois to win this one. This is just another game not expecting the Rams to win. Yeah, Yeller's taking Illinois as well. All right, so both of us on Illinois. Does Yeller have them covering that? The likelihood the line is 11.5. Yeller says yes. I'm gonna say yes too. I think Illinois wins this game by like 15 points. Oh, hold up, we're not there yet. I think Illinois wins this game by at least 15 points, something like that. And the over under is 153.5. Yeller's taking the over in this game. I'll take the over as well. Like I said, I'm predicting a lot of high scoring matchups in this round, so I'll take the over. It's very rare that you're gonna see me take the under, unless I really do think both offenses are really going to stall. But yeah, I'll take the over in this one. Illinois too much talent. VCU pressure won't be enough this time around. Okay, all right. So we're both taking Illinois to win this game. Like I said, I kind of expect this game to be closer than what people think. I think this game will be like a 15-13 point game, but I do have VCU falling short. I do have Illinois advancing, and so is Yeller. I don't think me and Yeller have a different pick so far, do we? No, we did not. Next up, we have Vanderbilt taking on against Nebraska. Right now, Vanderbilt is favored by 1.5, and the over under is 147.5. Take a look at these two teams' last two performances. Vanderbilt is coming off of a 78-68 win over McNeese. Wasn't easy. McNeese definitely challenged them, but at least they got the way with the win. And Nebraska just beat the living shit out of Troy, winning that game by almost 30 points. So impressive game and an impressive performance there by Vanderbilt. This is a tough one, folks. This is a tough one. I think when I picked this, when I did my bracket, I did have these matching up, and I think I did have Vanderbilt winning the game. So I'm gonna stick with my original pick. I'm not gonna change anything here. I am gonna take Vanderbilt to win this game. Like I said, I do think it'll be close. It'll be a squeaker, but I'll take give me Vanderbilt in this one. Ooh, okay, so it looks like we are finally gonna trade sides. Yeller's taking Nebraska. Yeller is taking Nebraska, and I love it because we are finally on different sides like that. Obviously, yep, I'm gonna take Vanderbilt to cover that 1.5 because that is too little. And then the over under for today's game is 147.5. Let's see what Yellow's got. Yellow's got the over. I'll take the over as well. These are another one of those matchups that I'm just kind of expecting a lot of scoring in. So for me, I will take the over as well. Let's see why Yellow's taking Nebraska here. Nebraska is more physical. They grind this out and take control late in the game. All right. So he's taking Nebraska. I'm taking Vanderbilt, and yeah, there we go. Should be a good game. Hey, maybe this is one of those games that I get back on Yeller. I don't know. We will find out. But all right, we're on different sides. And the last game here on Saturday, we'll have HPU playing against Arkansas. Arkansas just went out here, took care of business against Hawaii, did not really think about the upset. They just came out here and took it down. Meanwhile, looking at HPU barely squeaked by Wisconsin there, and that was a really phenomenal game because that was a game that could just go either way. I thought that game was one of the more entertaining games than all of the first round of March Madness, and it was great. But HPU won that one at the end. So the line tonight is Arkansas is favored by 11.5. The over under is 168.5. Yeah, I'm gonna take Arkansas to win this game. Like I said, I really want to pick HPU, but I'm not going to. Arkansas looked pretty damn good last week. I just think they're overall. I just think they're the better team. So I'll take Arkansas on this one. Yep, Yeller's going to Arkansas as well. All right. Let's see. Does he have Arkansas covering that? Yes, he does. HPU, like I want to say that HPU keeps this one entertaining. I do think they will keep this one close. I do think they'll put some pressure on the Razorback. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say they keep it within that 11 and a half. I think Arkansas wins this game by 4 to 7 points, 4 to 8 points, around that range. So give me HPU plus 11 and a half. I'll take Arkansas straight up, and 168 and a half. Yeah, that's a large line. You know what? Fuck it. I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under tonight. Yeller's taking the over. Yeller's taking the over. Yeller's taking the over. I'm taking the under. Let's see what he says about this. Arkansas athletes take over, fast pace, and they pull away late in a squeaker. All right, so what kind of squeaker do you have if you have them covering that 11 and a half? I mean, do you have like a 15-point squeaker? I don't know what kind of squeaker you have, but maybe that's just advantage for me because maybe he's telling me to take the under. So yeah, that's what we got. That is it for the Saturday slate. And like I said, we're going to do Sunday's Sunday slate as well. So let's, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to those 6 games here. All right, kicking things off here, we have Miami beginning things off early Saturday afternoon, playing against Purdue. I'm not gonna lie, I think I completely forgot to put Purdue in last round schedule, so I do apologize in advance about that. But me and Yeller did pick. I am gonna say right off the bat, me and Yeller did pick Purdue to win that game because, like I said, it was obvious. And look at Miami. Miami had a good battle against Missouri in their last outing, but they were able to squeak away with the win there, 80-66. Purdue was able to beat the living shit out of QOC, winning that game by at least 30 points, and looked pretty good in that one. What's the line for this game? Right now, Purdue is a 7.5 point favorite. The over/under in this game is 147.5. Purdue's offense looked pretty damn good. Miami, this is a tough test for Miami. I think it's gonna be a tough test for them. I don't think they win this one. I picked Miami last round. I'm not gonna pick them this round. I think Purdue is gonna be a little bit too much. That offense just dominated. Purdue's offense looks really good, and I do think Miami has offensive talent too. But I gotta take Purdue to win this one. Like I said, I really want to be wrong about this pick, but I just have a feeling I'm not going to be. So I'll take Purdue. Yeller's gonna take Purdue as well. Does Yeller have them covering that 7.5? Yes, he does. I'm gonna say they cover that 7.5 as well. And the over/under is 147.5. Yeller is taking the Yeller's taking the under. Yeller's taking the under. The under, I think I'm gonna take the over. 147.5. Like Purdue threw up a whole bunch of points on the scoreboard, and Miami can definitely score. I'm gonna take the over. I'm in a disagreement with Yeller there. I'm gonna take the over in this one. Like I said, I'm expecting a lot of points, a lot in a close ball game. So I'll take the over tonight in this one. All right, like I said, if you guys haven't already, hit the like and that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys for playing picks along with us for this round of 32. Next up, we have Aloha State, who's coming off of one of the better performances of the entire first round, 108-74. They delivered the snap pounding, winning that one pretty huge. We were looking at Kentucky, man. They got away with one against Santa Clara. I kind of felt bad for Santa Clara because basically Santa Clara just lost on a half-court shot by Kentucky, which made Kentucky win the game. So I was like, damn. I was like, you go out, but you go out like that. I think Kentucky escaped with one. This is a much better team than Aloha State. I think Kentucky's gonna be in trouble here. Like I said, they didn't really play that good that first round. I'll take Aloha State to win this one. Like I said, Kentucky, they gotta play their asses off, and they want to think about winning this one. And this is a really tough test for them. So, like I said, I don't think they even deserve to win this round. So I'll take Aloha State to win this one. Yep, Yeller's taking Aloha State in this one. I said the line in this game was only 4.5, and I was kind of shocked about that. But um, yeah, I was shocked about that. I'm surprised it's that low. I think Loyal State wins this game by at least like 10 points, 10, 15 points. I'll take Loyal State to cover that 4.5. Yeller does as well, and Yeller's taking the under. Yeller taking the under for this one. 145.5. Yeller's taking the under. Um, I'm actually with him because I don't think I'm gonna take the under as well because I'm not expecting Aloha State to score a lot of points in this one, and I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't think Kentucky's gonna score enough points. That's kind of like my main reason why I'm taking the under. I just don't think I don't think they're gonna score enough points to win it. So yeah, I'm gonna take the under as well. Um, Aloha State's defense makes it ugly. Kentucky struggles to find any rhythm. Aloha State wins this game relying on their defense. Okay, I like that. I like it. All right, so 4.5. We're both taking the under, and we both have Aloha State winning the game. Oh shit! Let's go ahead and get to one of my more requested first round matchups here. We have St. John's. We have Kansas. Both teams looked pretty damn good in that first game here. Kansas just took care of business last night, winning that one 68-60 against CBU. I said I kind of expected CBU to give them a challenge, but I expected Kansas to win the game. And that's exactly what happened. When you're looking at the other way, St. John's won. St. John's won UNI. They won that game in an ass beating. It did a really good job taking care of business here. Like I said, when this matchup came out, I think this is what I had in my bracket predictions, and I believe if I'm not mistaken, I had St. John's winning this game. I am not going away from that. Like I said, St. John's right now, they're a 3.5-point favorite. So I'm going to take St. John's to win this game. I do think they cover. I do think they cover that 3.5 points and over under 144.5. I will take the hold on, we're not there yet. Over under 44.5. I will take the over. I'll take the over. I'm expecting some offense tonight. Yeller, what's the other guy for this one? I had St. John's winning this game before I made my bracket, even when I made my bracket, so I'll stick with it. Yeller's taking. Ooh, that's true. Yeah, Yeller's taking Kansas. Yeah, Yeller's gonna do it. I mean, it's not really doing it because Kansas is a good team too, but yeah, Yeller's taking Kansas. He says Kansas to balance, handles pressure, and pulls away late in a squeaker. All right, so I'm pretty sure Yeller. Okay, so Yeller had plus 3.5, which is a pretty decent pick. He has Kansas winning, and he is taking the over as well. All right, like I said, I did this. This game is gonna be fun, man. This one's gonna be fun, and I'm glad me and Yeller are on different sides on this one. It's gonna be a fun game. It really. I don't know who's gonna win, but it's gonna be a fun game. So yeah, should be a fun one between these two teams. Really looking forward to that game. All right, next we have Tennessee taking on against Virginia. Tennessee, I mean, they're coming off a pretty solid outing. I mean, like I said, I think I did. I don't think I picked Tennessee to cover that spread, whatever they were favored by against Miami, Ohio, but they covered that pretty easily. I mean, they won 78-56. I mean, it kind of felt like an ass beating, but it really wasn't an ass beating. Like, I know my ass beating range was like 20, something like that, but I mean, they did kick their ass, but it wasn't like as significant. We're looking at Virginia here. Virginia's coming off of I mean, they kind of had a scare against Wright State. I mean, last round, I mean, they only won by 9. I mean, they kind of had to rely like I just think the game was a lot closer than what it should have been. I think that's the right way to put it for Virginia. But like I said, Virginia's like one of those teams that I just feel like that's going to have to play better if they want to get out of this game. But I mean, I am going to take them to win because they should be the better team. They should be able to win this game. But like I said, I don't be surprised if Tennessee keeps this one close or potentially win it. I mean, don't be surprised it actually happens. Right now, I actually do think Tennessee has a great shot at winning it. But I'm gonna go Virginia on this one. Oh wow, is he really gonna do it? Wow, yeah. Yeller's gonna go with the favorites. Yeller's taking Tennessee. Yeller's taking Tennessee to win this game. I mean, I don't even know why I'm saying wow, because it's not even a shocker. Not even a shocker, honestly. Yeller said this game will be an absolute dogfight. Tennessee slightly tougher and makes plays late to win it. So that's what he says. He's going to go with Tennessee. I'm taking Virginia. And I'm going to take Virginia to cover that +1.5 because they are underdogs. Like I said, I'm not surprised that they are underdogs, but I'll take them +1.5. And over under 137. Oh yeah, I'm taking the over. I'm taking the over. That is way too low of a line for this game. I'm expecting this to be a close game, and I'm kind of expecting both teams should be able to score at least 70 points in this. So I'll take the over. The Yeller have wow, Yeller actually took the under in this game. Yeah, he actually took the under, but I'm gonna take the over. Like I said, I'm expecting both teams to score at least 70 points in this game, so I'll take the over on this one. All right, folks. Alrighty, next up we have Aloha. They'll be playing against Florida here in the second round here. Look at Aloha here. They beat Clemson in a squeaker, 67-61, and definitely outstanding win for them. When you're looking at Florida, Florida put the season assault rifle on PV and beat them by almost 60. Yeah, I'm not picking against Florida. I mean, I'll tell you that right now. I'm not picking against Florida. If you beat somebody by 60 in March Madness, I'm or damn near by 60. I'm not picking against that. So give me Florida. Yeah, Yeller's got Florida too. Yep, Florida. Yep, alright, save. All right. Yeah, so Yellow's taking Florida as well. I said Florida actually looked like the defending champ. I think out of the all 1 seeds except for them in Arizona, like they actually look like a 1 seed. Like they actually look like a 1 seed in a damn tournament. So, so yeah, Yellow's gonna go Virginia as well. I'm gonna have him covering that 10.5. I'm kind of surprised that line is not at least like 14.5, something like that, especially the way how Florida just looked in the last round. And over under, what is he taking for that one? He's taking the over. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over as well. I can see this. I'm gonna predict this game being an ass beating. I'm not gonna say snot pounding, because I think Iowa State can definitely compete for a little bit. I'm kind of expecting like they can compete for a half, but at the end of the day, I just don't think I don't think they have the offense. I just don't think I just don't really think they're really gonna have an answer for whatever that Florida is gonna have ready for them. I just don't think it's gonna have an answer for it. I think it's gonna be pretty brutal at the office for Florida. So I will take Florida to win this one, and we'll all take Florida to win this one and advance. All right, next up we have Utah State, who's like I said, I knew I was gonna get that one. I was really feeling that upset that Utah State was gonna be Villanova, and that's exactly what happened. Like I said, and that game was actually pretty close to rout. I just think that at the end of the day, I think that Utah State executed Villanova State, and they found a way to win the one. So give credit to them. They're gonna be taking on against a Arizona squad, like I said, my champs of my bracket, and they just took care of business against LIU last week. So yeah, I will be taking Arizona. Arizona is the much better team. They are on 1 seed for the reason, so I will take Arizona to win this game. Yeller is taking Arizona as well. I just don't really see this game being a problem for Arizona. They should be able to sweep them. So yeah, I'm gonna take Arizona to win it. The 11.5 does not scare me that much, so I'm gonna take Arizona to cover that 11.5. I'll also take it straight up. Yeller is taking the Arizona as well, and Yeller is taking the over 156.5, and I will take the over as well. Like I said, I'm kind of expecting this game to be like 93 to like I'll give some credit. I think it's gonna be like 93 to 80, something like that. So I do think both teams will hit the number. So I am gonna take the over in tonight's ball game. All right, without further ado, folks, let's go ahead and get diving into this. Like I said, if you guys haven't already, hit the like, hit that subscribe. I appreciate y'all. We only got 2 more games and then we're out of here. Next up, we have UCLA playing against UConn here in the round of 32. UConn is coming up of a very squeaker win against UCF. Probably another game that they probably shouldn't have won. and they won 75-71. And then UConn is coming off of an 82-71 win over Furman. So yeah, UConn taking care of business as well. UCLA could be kind of sneaky in this game. I will say that UConn could be a little sneaky, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna try. What the other guy was? The other guy UConn, right? But like I said, I think this ball could go either way. I'm not gonna sit here and count out UCLA. Like I said, I do think they might prevent some challenges from them, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Huskies in this one. I just don't see them losing. I mean, that's just me in reality of it. Like I don't see UConn losing. I don't do it. So I'll take UConn to win this one. Um, I mean, I'm not surprised that the line's only 4.5. I'm not surprised about that at all. And Yeller does have them covering. I have them covering as well. And the over under is 136.5. Ooh, Yeller's taking the under. Yeller's taking the under. UConn's defense shows up, controls the game, and closes strong. So yeah, he has a defensive game, a defensive win there for UConn. I'm gonna take. I feel like I have to. This is one of those games I just feel like I have to pick the over. I feel like I'm forced to take the over. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the over. Like that's kind of a risk. I know Yeller took the under in this one, but I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the over. I'm feeling some offense in this game, so I'm gonna take the over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more game to get through, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here for today. Like I said, I appreciate y'all's support. Make sure you guys, if you got the like and March Madness already, hit the like, hit that subscribe. I really appreciate all of y'all for being here. Anyway, our last game here of round 32, we'll have Texas Tech playing against Alabama. Texas Tech coming off of a 20-point win over Akron, taking care of business and winning that game. When you're looking at Arizona, Arizona's also coming off a 20-point win, beating Hofstra in the first round. So both of these two teams coming off very similar wins, controlling their opponent, winning by 20 points exactly. All right. My bad, I'm yawning. I'm recording this pretty late at night, but who do you guys have winning this one? For me, I got Alabama winning this one. I don't think Alabama's gonna lose. I just look at this matchup like, yeah, I like Alabama should be able to take care of business here. So I'll take Alabama, and Yeller's gonna take Alabama. Like I said, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at the line. This is actually one of those games that I can see Texas Tech winning. But I remember, I think this is one of those awesome matches that I had in my bracket that I had Alabama winning in. So I'm gonna stick with it. I think Yeller did not have this matchup, but I think he's gonna take. But yeah, but he's taking Arizona anyway. So, the spread 1.5. Like I said, I'm not surprised by the spread being 1.5. Like I said, I think Texas Tech they could easily win this game. They can easily win. They can easily beat Alabama, but I'm just not expecting it. So I'll take them to cover that, and the over under 164.5. I might as good as these offenses are, I might take the under in this one, because 164 points. So you're basically relying on both teams to score at least 65 points, maybe 70. Yeah, I'm gonna take the under. I think that line is very high, so I'll take the under in that one. Yeah, I was taking the over, and he says this game is going to be a track meet. Bama's offense wins it late in a high-scoring game affair. So yeah, I think this is going to be a shootout, but so that's why he's taking the over, and he is taking Alabama to win this game. All right, but without further ado, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up here for the round of 32 predictions. Like I said, if you guys haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate y'all's support. Without further ado, I'm going to hop off and get this together so you guys can watch it by tomorrow morning. Anyway, I do appreciate y'all's support. This is Ben. Peace out, stay safe, and as always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.